So before we get into definition of what is an incident, some examples of cybersecurity related incidents, I want to start with the reporting aspect of this and get that out of the way and make sure that we all are on the same page with what we're supposed to do to report an incident. To report an incident to the Department of Defense, you go through a portal that they have set up, a web portal, this dibnet.dod.mil web portal. To get access into the portal, you have to authenticate your organization. So you need a set of credentials that authenticate your organization. And those credentials are called an ECA certificate, External Certification Authority certificate. The certificate is a little electronic file. Alternately, you can have a CAC card. Somebody at your organization can have a CAC card that's associated with the contract, and you'll be able to log into the portal. The vast majority of us don't have access to the CAC cards, so you're going to be procuring at your business's expense an ECA certificate. Show of hands, how many of you already have this ECA certificate that allows you to log into the portal? Okay. We have CAC cards associated with our contract, so we don't need this ECA certificate right now. The CAC cards suffice, but I'm going to show you how to get a hold of this ECA certificate. Again, your organization procures them. They are not terribly expensive, about $100 a year for the certificate and a little bit more, and you can have the electronic file installed on a smart card or USB dongle. And then it makes that certificate, that set of credentials, portable, and that you can report incidents from any machine in your environment. Alternately, for a little bit cheaper, you can just get the electronic file itself and install it on a specific machine in your environment. And then you would have to do all of your reporting through that machine. Now, obtaining the certificate is a little tricky. You actually have to fill out an application and snail mail the application form after it's been notarized. You snail mail it to the DoD. They process it and return your certificate through the mail. Or if it's on a smart card or USB stick, they'll actually mail it to you. Otherwise, they'll email it to you. And this can take a few days to a week. Most of our clients, it takes at least a week. You can actually have the DoD expedite the return, and you can get it in about 4 to 5 business days if you want that expedite. So there's a little bit of a rigmarole just to get this ECA certificate. You want to obtain this up front. In fact, you're required to obtain it by DFAR 7012. So don't drag your feet. And we'll see in just a second that you actually have, once you discover an incident, you only have 72 hours to report that incident to the DoD. So if you don't already have your credentials for performing the reporting, you won't get them in the 72 hours, the 72-hour window that you have to report the incident. So get it done early. Can any company apply for an ECA certificate? Yes. So you can actually have this certificate up front and waiting before you even win a DoD contract. You do have to have a cage code. So you need to be registered in SAM. But as long as the company is registered in SAM, they can apply for it. So let's show you where to go to get one of these certificates. And you get it through actually the DISA. This is the DoD Information Systems Agency clearinghouse, public.cyber.mil. So public.cyber.mil, I'll throw this link in the chat. We've been here before looking at one or two things. In the PKE menu from the top, External Certification Authorities. Click that link, and it'll take you to, it'll show you the approved ECA vendors. So DoD DISA actually outsources the certificate generation to a couple of vendors, WidePoint and IdenTrust. The pricing for the certificates and the process through which you obtain them at each of these sites is the same. The pricing's the same. Everything is the same. The certificates are the same. I just happen to like IdentTrust's website better. So I'm going to take us through using the IdentTrust system to obtain your certificate. Now, just follow along and watch what I'm doing. This is being recorded so that you can catch up. We also have instructions for doing everything that I'm about to show you on the templates page in Totem. So if you go and look at how to obtain an ECA certificate, there's a PDF file with a table in step-by-step instructions and procedures. So I'm basically just I'm taking you through this procedure that we have available, demonstrating it. Okay, so I went to the IdentTrust, follow the link to the IdentTrust, and here's the IdentTrust website. We're going to go to buy an ECA digital certificate. So we click the buy now. And then it gives you a list down here of the ECA programs. Some of you, I don't know, you might have a set of credentials to log into State Department's websites and do some ITAR or export control reporting. That's a type of certificate available. The one that we need for cyber incident reporting is this DIB cyber incident reporting certificate. So at a minimum, you're going to check this box here. If you have another certificate that's for something like logging into the Air Force portal or procuring hardware for the Air Force programs or logging into the State Department's portal, you'll want to test that certificate at the website, and I'll show you at that portal website. I'll show you that in just a few minutes. And then certainly when you receive your certificate back for the one you might purchase here through this process, you want to test it to make sure it works. But you check at a minimum DIB cyber incident reporting, click next. Confirm that you live in the US. And then you're going to be obtaining what's called a medium assurance certificate. You can either have it, like I said, as a standalone file or installed on a token, a smart card or a USB stick. It's a little bit more expensive to get installed on token. So let's go that route just to show you the most expensive route, I guess. What's the difference between that one and the DoD Cyber Security Reporting Cert? Let me take a look. I'm assuming that's another option there. Abby? DoD cybersecurity reporting. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know what this one is. This is definitely the one you want for incident reporting. Cybersecurity reporting. They didn't make that. They made that as confusing as possible, huh? I don't know that there's any difference, but I do know that this is the one you want. We're part of the Defense Industrial Base. This is DoD. Maybe this is for the government folks. So but they'll all have CAT cards. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. David, go ahead.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter which you select. I mean, I know playing with this before, you select certain things and it keeps, raising or lowering what you actually need to buy. But I assume, is it the same no matter what? So if you don't click, the DoD, email or something, but you actually do need it, I mean, the certificate will still work if it's accepted, right?
So
we have to pre-specify at time of purchase.
I don't want to mislead you and say yes. We've had clients that have had ECA certificates for doing exactly what I was talking about, which was reporting ITAR stuff to the Department of State. And that cert did not work, did not allow them into the portal that I'm going to go show you here in a few minutes. Okay. So they actually had to buy a second certificate with this cyber incident reporting certificate.
So check all the boxes you think you might need and hope it doesn't go above medium.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. For most of us, though, the vast majority of small business DIB members, you're only going to need this one. Okay, so let's see here. Where am I? Where was I? Not here yet. Make sure my box is checked. DOD, cyber incident reporting. No. All right. Next. You live in the US. We're going to go token. So we're going to have it installed on, let's just say, USB. So we're going to have the IdentiTrust send us a USB token with the certificate installed. So it's an additional $71. You could have them installed on a smart card and they can actually send you a reader, smart card reader as well. That's 71 bucks. Choose how long you want it for. You save a little bit of money by the longer you have the certificate or the longer that you select the validity period. Hit next and buy now, and it takes you to an application process. There's an online application spiel you go through, and then you end up printing out a form, taking it to Notary Public, have it notarized, and then snail mail that form in. And like I said, within 4 to 5 business days, and in some cases over a week, you'll have the USB stick mailed back to you, or you'll have the electronic certificate emailed to you. And then you're ready to go. Then you have the credentials and the ability to log into the reporting portal.